There are two selves, the higher self and the lower self. Now when we talk about the higher self, we're talking about that aligned man, clothed with soul in the spirit, where we may be able to function on the plane of soul and the things may manifest. The lower self, the corner self, the body of desire, is a reflection of the higher self, distorted by the murky ethers of the flesh. So now we're talking about that illusion that we see, like this reflection in the mirror. This here just appearing as a reflection, because if I step out of it, look, there's no me. Then I step in it, it's just appearing. At the ether vibrate, slow and slow. So there it is, distorted by the murky ethers of the flesh. The lower self is an illusion and will pass away. The higher self is not and will not pass away. So now we're talking about that aligned man, that spirit, again, clothed in flesh. But that illusion, we talk about things anything that's been made would be unmade. So now we're talking about the physical again. Now, the higher self is the embodiment of truth. That means that spirit, that's you. That's you. It's not going nowhere. That's going to remain with you forever. Because as long as Allah live, man cannot die. That lower self is truth reversed. That's just, you look at it and you're thinking this all of me. Oh, this here can't go nowhere. But no, it's just here to serve its purpose. And once it serves its purpose, it's going to fall and be no more. Now, I told you they have two selves, the higher self and the lower self. Now, the higher self is justice, mercy, love, and right. The lower self breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms. It offers pleasure, joy, and satisfying gain, but gives unrest, misery, and death. So those things right there sticks out to me. This lower self right here, when they go to talking about that lower self, it gives unrest, misery, and death. Now, man, hey, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be no part of that. It gives men apples that are lovely to the eye and pleasant to the smell, but their cores are filled with bitterness and gall. If you would ask me what to study, I would say yourself. And then you will have studied them. And then you would ask me what to study next. I would reply, yourself. Because he who knows well, his lower self knows the illusion of the world. And he who knows well his higher self knows Allah. There are two selves, the higher and lower self. The higher self is human spirit, clothed with soul, made in the form of Allah. The lower self, the corner self, the body of desire, is a reflection of higher self, distorted by the murky ethers of the flesh. The lower self is an illusion and will pass away. The higher self is Allah and man and will not pass away. The higher self is the embodiment of truth. The lower self is truth reversed, and so is falsehood manifest. The higher self is justice, mercy, love, and right. The lower self is what the higher self is not. The lower self breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms. The higher self is the mother of virtue and harmonious life. The lower self is rich in promises, but poor in blessing and peace. It offers pleasure, joy, satisfying gain, but gives unrest, misery, and death. It gives men apples that are lovely to the eye and pleasant to the smell. Their cores are full of bitterness and gall. If you would ask me what to study, I would say yourself, and you will have studied them. And then would ask me what to study next, I would reply, yourself. He who knows well his lower self knows the illusion of the world, knows of the things that pass away, and he who knows his higher self knows alive, knows well the things that cannot pass away.